Hey everyone, welcome to another episode of I Was There Last Night, because I was there last night, and I saw some shit. Last night, November 17th, at the Summit Music Hall in Denver, Colorado, I saw Trivium and Arch Enemy featuring While She Sleeps and Fit for an Autopsy. The show was sold out, which is always impressive. It's not a huge venue, but anytime bands like these sell out, it's pretty awesome. Trivium and Arch Enemy were co-headliners on this tour, which means they both got a full set, but it was Trivium that closed out the night. And this is just the right venue for mosh pitable music like this, and I am pretty fucking sore today. So the first band up was Fit for an Autopsy. Now, I've never listened to this band, but I have heard of them before. They're a grindcore band out of New Jersey, and they're very sludgy. They're very much one of those, like, grinded out kind of bands. But it is solid head-banging music. It's definitely the kind of stuff that can fire up a crowd, get people into the mood for some metal. I also really dig their attitude. They came out and said, this is what we believe as a band, this is why we play music, and I always appreciate when bands do put that personal touch on it, because it is at risk for them, but I do love hearing it. And it helps that their sound was something that I certainly would enjoy. Like I said, I've never heard them before, so I didn't know the names of the songs, but a couple of the ones that they pointed out that were really good included Iron Moon, and they closed with Black Mammoth, which was just a really awesome song. It's bands like this, which is why I like going to concerts and getting exposed to music that I wouldn't have heard otherwise. So, really good band, great way to open the show, a lot of fun. So the next band up was While She Sleeps, a band out of England. Now this is my first exposure to this band at all, like I had never even heard of this band, but they do clearly have a following. There were a lot of people in the crowd who were really into this band. They knew the words, they knew the songs, so obviously it's just one of those bands that I have not seen before. But I can also see why people really like this band. They're a metalcore band, Definitely in kind of the new age sound of like Bring Me the Horizon, those type of bands. But they have a lot of energy. They really got the crowd engaged. The crowd was losing their minds. You had some crazy mosh pits going on. And now I can cross off my bucket list having a lead singer of a band jump off a balcony onto me. That was actually kind of terrifying when I thought about it. But the crowd had lots of energy. They really responded well to this band, and the band played to that energy, and they really brought their sound to Denver, and I appreciated that. And the lead singer got a free joint out of the deal. Yay, legal weed. A couple of songs that I really enjoyed of theirs were Brainwashed and Four Walls. Four Walls just had the place going completely nuts. Like Fit for an Autopsy, it's one of those bands that, because I've never heard of them, seeing them live gives me that exposure, and now gives me a reason to go check them out in the future, because I really did enjoy their set and thought they did a great job. So next up was Arch Enemy. This was the biggest draw for me, not because I don't like Trivium, but because it's been so long since I've seen Arch Enemy live. It's been almost 12 years since I last saw him. I saw them at Ozfest 2005 when Angela was still the lead singer, and Angela is my favorite lead person ever. Trivium was actually at that Ozfest too. As expected, the crowd was just electric for Arch Enemy. They came out swinging. They started with The World Is Yours, which is really just a great way to get everybody involved and get the mood set for what their show was going to be like, which is full of energy, crazy mosh pits, and just wild, just absolutely insane. They mostly played from their last two albums, which is understandable. Those are the two albums that Alyssa Whitegloves has been on. But they also played a number of songs off of Wages of Sin, which I was kind of surprised by, but you know, obviously I'm going to take any old school Arch Enemy they can give me. No Rise of the Tyrant, though, which is a little disappointing because it's probably my favorite Arch Enemy album. But Alyssa is a wonder to behold. She's got the attitude. She's, you know, jumping all over the stage, really getting into it, getting the crowd into it. She is absolutely the perfect replacement for Angela when she left the band, so I have no qualms with Alyssa at all. She brings it, and she makes Arch Enemy a lot of fun to watch and to engage with. And then, of course, one of the biggest aspects of Arch Enemy is their guitar work. They're a melodic death metal band, so the guitar work is essential to their sound, to their attitude. And last night, the guitar work was just beautiful. Some of the songs that they played that I absolutely loved included The Eagle Flies Alone off of their new album, War Eternal, We Will Rise, The World Is Yours, You Will Know My Name. Those were among my favorites that they played, but they played about 14 or 15 songs total and just nailed every single one of them. And of course, closing with Nemesis was just perfect because that's the song that got me into Arch Enemy was Nemesis, and just hearing it live again after so many years, just it's so good. Like I said, it's been a very long time since I've seen Arch Enemy, so I had a lot of build-up going into this show, but they did not disappoint at all. It was a fantastic set, full set, great selection of songs from across their catalog, and of course the response from the crowd was just as awesome. This is a amazing band, and Denver definitely showed them what we do as a city really well, and hopefully that'll entice them to come back soon. So then the last one of the night was Trivium. Now this is the fourth time I've seen Trivium. Last time I saw them was last August, which was excellent when they came with Sabaton. That was just a great show as well. But I think this show might have topped that in terms of the response that the crowd gave to Trivium. Heafy continues to prove why he's one of the best frontmen in all of music. When I first heard them way back in like 2004, I knew that there was something special about this band, and they've had their ups and downs. I'm not going to say they're a perfect band, but when it comes to their live music, they don't miss a beat. They are just on point. They are absolutely insane. Great fun. And Heafy really shows his concern for the crowd. He even stopped the band, just completely stopped playing the music during Rain, because apparently some guy like bent over awkwardly, falling in the pit or something, and he's just like, "Are you okay, dude?" So it's good to know that there are frontmen out there who do care about the well-being of their fans. Good job. Obviously, they have a new album out, The Sin in the Sentence, so they played a lot of songs off of that album, and it is a great album, by the way. I was really impressed by it. It's different, as most of their albums are, but it's a fantastic album too. And like Arch Enemy, they played from their catalog, took songs from way back on Ascendancy, In Waves, all that. So they've brought a lot of their sound to it, and there was a ton of energy through it. The mosh pit was huge during this set. A lot of craziness. Like, that's where I'm sore from mostly, is from the Trivium, surprisingly. Some of my favorites from the night included Down from the Sky, Strife, Until the World Goes Cold, The Heart from Your Hate, Thrown into the Fire. Those are among the ones that really got me pumped up. But the best part of my night was hearing Kirisute Gomen, because I've never heard that song live. It's one of my top 3 favorite Trivium songs, so to finally hear it live just blew my mind. It was so much fun. What more can I say about Trivium? They're just a great band, especially live. They get engaged with the fans. They know how to have a good time. They want everyone to have a good time, and we did. I think we had one of the best, sold out Trivium shows in Denver that we've ever had, because I don't know if there's ever been any other sold out Trivium shows, but this certainly showed that we want them to come, because every time they come, we have a good time. Overall, this was an insane concert, thanks in large part to the fired up crowd. Started off a little slow, no one really knew Fit for an Autopsy very well, but once While She Sleeps got going, and then Arch Enemy and Trivium, it just was an escalating pile of madness. I can actually still smell the beer, sweat, and weed. And it's another sold out show, which again, Denver can show up for great music. And I do love to hear when a show like this is sold out, especially when it's not major bands. Like, of course you can sell out Metallica, but to be able to sell out Trivium and Arch Enemy, that's awesome. And that goes to show that Denver does appreciate metal. And it's a great mix of bands. There really wasn't any that felt out of place. Arch Enemy might be the only one that's kind of in a different genre, but even they fit with the attitude and just the spirit of the night. And this is absolutely the best way to spend a Friday night, is with lots of metal, lots of pit, lots of fun, just awesome. think it's safe to say this year, 2017, has been my best year ever for concerts. I've seen some bands that I haven't seen in a long time, finally got an opportunity to see other bands live for the first time. It was just an amazing year of concerts, and this will probably be my last episode for the year. I don't see anything upcoming in the next couple months that I'm interested in, but it also might be my last episode ever. I don't know. I really don't know what the future holds. I'm still going to be going to concerts, that is for sure. I've already got tickets to shows like Sabaton coming in February, Insomnium. I don't know. But if it is my last episode ever, I at least want to thank everyone who has supported me, who has watched these. Hopefully you enjoy music and that's why you are watching this, and like to hear from other music fans out there, because metal is a community and it's something that we all should share. So thank you very much for watching. I absolutely appreciate your support. If you were there last night, let me know your favorite songs from the bands, any of the bands, because they were all great. And if you weren't there, enjoy the music. And that does it for this episode of I Was There Last Night, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.